Logan City, located in southeast Queensland, is home to 3,000 people, with a rich and diverse range of cultures that enjoy the lifestyle the city has to offer. The council operates with an outlining vision and purpose statement in which they aim to make Logan an innovative and dynamic city of the future whilst making a positive difference in people's lives through the services they provide. The council seeks to look after its essential infrastructure, environment and people, which include these areas. The council engages the community on these matters through a variety of methods, including council meetings, public documents and meetings of local councillors. By engaging the community through these various methods, the council believes they will be able to represent the interests of everyone in the community and work together to decide what is needed locally. The council also currently enables the community to voice their opinions online through a community called Have Your Say, where members can do these areas. And here is an example of what this page looks like. The LCC has previously stated that during 2011, the animal care team amended 3 local laws to form the Local Animal Management Law 4, which incurred a large negative response from the community. Animal Care indicated the response was due to community members believing their opinions weren't being heard and that the council's consultation with the community was poor. They highlighted that during the amendments of the law, opinions of some community members were overlooked due to the council's neglecting the community engagement process by not leaving enough time for the law to be reviewed, consulting with the wrong members of the public, and leaving little to negotiate. The council is now aiming to revise the law again and is seeking to engage the community to a much greater extent by seeking feedback on a draft plan of what the law could look like. Their aim is to amend the law without the mass backlash and community angst by including opinions of community members corrected this time. The council is allocating 12 months for the engagement, an uncapped budget and a minimum 4-week final review period to ensure the community engagement process is followed correctly this time. Community engagement, when integrated correctly, allows organisations to share a balanced view on issues of public concern. When the 3 elements of community engagement, information, consultation and participation, are inappropriately employed, the design of the communication flow will reflect stakeholders who require distinctive communication methods to be engaged, as the council has explained. With the council seeking to pursue excellence in all they do, make a positive difference in people's lives, as well as manage relationships with various stakeholders, they must ensure that these areas are kept. The law deconstructs the rules around animal keeping, with some members of the community keeping them for these reasons. The law has different requirements for members of these community groups to keep certain animals, as well as having requirements for the animals to be kept. Permitting they can own an animal, community members do so for a lot of different reasons. As these were the main groups affected by the law amendment, the council believes these were the communities who generated substantial angst during 2011. With 12 months until the law will be amended again, the council is seeking to engage these groups utilising a variety of different methods. To correctly engage the community, the council needs to ensure that their chosen community engagement element is appropriate for their target publics, as not all methods are applicable to all situations. These elements operate through different communication models, including one-way, two-way symmetrical, and two-way asymmetrical communication, which all allow for varying degrees of public participation. This can include communicating to stakeholders through public information, consulting on matters of public interest, and having stakeholders participate in the decision-making process by including their opinions. Previously, the council utilised public information and consultation methods, and stakeholders indicated that they did not believe that they were included in the decision-making process. Considering this, the council will engage stakeholders through participation to improve and strengthen their relationships, utilising such methods as these. To convey their message and ensure the stakeholders affected participate in helping amend the new law, examples of using social media for community participation convey that the tactic has potential implications to become part of citizen co-production of solutions to community issues through a citizen-sourced public administration. By utilising other communication models such as directly distributed public information and opportunities for the council to receive and reply feedback to the community in a public setting. These are aimed at identifying problems from citizens as well as achieving a balance of control by offering advancements on the way the Council has previously consulted publics only through online forums and surveys. This strategy of seeking to raise public awareness of the impending law changes, attain to community views, and incorporate them into the decision-making process can be broken down into 3 SMART objectives. SMART objectives are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based, and detail how the various goals the Council will need to accomplish to achieve the community participation goal. Objective 1. Raise stakeholder awareness of the impending amendments to Local Law 4, when the amendments will take place, including when the amendments will take place and when the next consultation on the amendments is and what the amendments are. Whether this strategy is effective or not is judged on the level of community participation in forming the new law. By using this strategy, the Council will be able to raise awareness of their intentions in the community. The information will be seeded on a mass scale, so no feedback is immediately needed, seeking to provide stakeholders with the information they need to form their opinions for the next objectives, and generate a larger turnout for the second community engagement objective and enhance their input there. With the Council already employing similar strategies such as their community newsletter, media releases and publications, the resources needed to employ this strategy are already attained. With a generous 12-month time frame and unlimited budget, these factors will play no significant role other than being able to fully utilise them. This strategy will be administered for a 9-month period, leaving 1 month for the strategy and materials to be developed and until the next objective is put in place, which is 1 month before the draft amendment of the law is made available to the public. This information will be made available to the public during the whole 12-month period, including the 1-month period where the draft is made available to the public. Objective 2. Have stakeholders participate in the decision-making process by using council members who affect the final law to collect and respond to the views of opinion leaders and create one understanding of what the new law will look like. The effectiveness of the strategy will be measured by whether the objective is collecting views from the correct members of the public. This will involve sourcing opinion leaders who accurately represent the stakeholder groups and ensuring their opinions are voiced. It will reach consensus on the issue, instigate a call to action on opinions raised, and allow for the Council to adapt to the opinions of the public. This event is set to operate on a short time scale and not exceed other efforts on the community opinion collecting programs operated in the past. It will be time-based by complete operational period will be for 1 day, with 1 month prior allocated to planning. The main concerns are leaving enough time to plan this meeting and organise the availability of opinion leaders, as well as ensuring there's enough time to make the amendments to the law. Objective 3 will be to provide an opportunity of mass feedback on the proposed law amendments and to act on these views and make alterations based on what's recommended. Measured by the number of people who engage in the feedback giving process and whether the community has felt they've been properly engaged. Again, it will seek to reach consensus on the issue, instigate call to actions on opinions raised, and allow for the Council to adapt to the opinions of the public. This objective is realistic as the Council is already utilising similar strategies to engage the public and will aim to replace this. Timing is crucial as the Council will only have a short 1-month period to develop this online forum after the second objective. This objective will run for 1 month, a month after the second objective, then the mandatory period in which the law must be made available for public viewing until it is finalised. One objective that is extremely important is participation. Clear in objectives 2 and 3 because it allows for maximum change in public attitudes and behaviour. It will allow Council to take care of these areas and especially reduce the backlash and community angst incurred in the last time. The tactics will include a directly and digitally mailed out information package, facilitating a summit, as well as using social media to ensure that the objectives of the strategy are met. The first tactic will use the public information model and aims to do this in an instant. Community members and stakeholders and their appropriate opinion leaders are able to be informed of their rights and responsibilities. In this instance, the Council will seek to distribute the facts, context, relevance, and positioning of the organisational decisions, with a specifically planned audience and consequences. This will be done by distributing information packages with specific details on law changes and an introduction to the summit that is going to occur. The summit is planned to occur 1 month before the draft amendments are revealed to the public, and is in this instance to give them an opportunity to voice their opinions, and have the council members responsible for the law amendments be present to respond. In this instance, the council will seek to identify the relevant target groups within the stakeholders and solicit their feedback in a public discussion setting as to share the problem with the assembled public, and together the council and the public can attempt to reach on an agreement on the solution. The final tactic is social media, in which it will encourage community members to voice their opinions en masse with the aim of collecting a large community snapshot on the recommended law amendments. In this instance, the council will seek to attract Facebook and Twitter users to their page, where they will receive a link to a survey similar to the Have Your Say page. Effective and engaging social media will be necessary to capture a complete community snapshot. However, during the mandatory 1-month period when the amendments will be made available for review, this page will be live. The public will assume responsibility for the decision.